Welcome back to my channel ES for Skills. In this session, you are going to know how to start reading English newspaper. It is very essential topic because many students and many people don't know how to start. Generally, I belong to Telugu medium. You belong to Hindi medium. They belong to Tamil medium. She belongs to Kannada medium. Whatever it is, for example, if I want to go through Telugu newspaper, I am very flexible. I am very happy to go through that. Because when you see, whenever I go through the Telugu newspaper, I get to know the interest. I can read. I can understand. I can analyze. I can interpret. Whatever I want to do, I can do with my mother tongue. I mean, whatever you have your mother tongue. Of course, you belong to Hindi, or you belong to Tamil, you belong to Kannada, Marathi, whatever it is. But what I suggest you, of course, you are a beginning learner how to reading newspaper. I mean, how to follow all those things. I tell you a few tips how to start reading English newspaper. Before that, once you subscribe our channel, in order to update your knowledge and skills. Okay, from this session, what do you learn? Similarly, what is your level when you start by following English newspaper? I suggest you that a few tips. Generally, every day you go through your mother local newspaper, whatever that is. Of course, English newspaper, of course, Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, Marathi, whatever it is. Okay, fine. That is your habit. That is your interest. You go through that. But what I suggest you, for 15 days or 1 month, whether you are interested or not, that will be secondary. Take English newspaper. You go through very simple article by having just 8 to 10 lines. By having 8 to 10 lines, just you take the newspaper. You go through the newspaper. You read the entire article, the lines, whatever you have. That may be 8 lines or 15 lines or 10 lines, whatever that is. You go through that. Initially, you don't understand. You don't interpret anything about that article. Okay, fine. You don't understand. You feel boring. You are not interested. What to do? Then I tell you one more thing. That is about in your English newspaper, in your local newspaper, generally we identify one common statement that is about national news. For example, if something happens at the central level, that has been given in local newspaper and English newspaper. Then what you do? You take your local newspaper, whether you belong to Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Marathi, Hindi, whatever it is. You go through 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes as your wish. 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It is your choice. Once you finish your local newspaper, then you take your English newspaper. The same article. You initially go to the heading, what is there. After that, you slowly read every line, whatever you have, 8 lines or 10 lines or 15 lines, take your own time. I don't say you finish within 5 minutes. I don't say you finish within 10 minutes. I can say it is your choice. Whether it is 10 minutes, 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Continue your reading. Slowly you continue your reading. Once you finish your reading, you have self-satisfaction. What is that self-satisfaction? Yes, I understand. Something is there. What I understand in my local newspaper. Understand? It is where you have internal relation from your local newspaper to English newspaper. Any English newspaper, either Hans India, Times of India, or Deccan Chronicle. Among these 3, you take any one of them, you follow that. Understand? When you go through English newspaper along with the Telugu newspaper, you have the self-satisfaction and also you get a lot of interest to follow the English newspaper. Understand? Once you get interest, okay, next level, how that becomes that becomes as a habit. Okay, once you have it, then what you do? You can read. Once you read, what you do? You can understand. At the basic level, these steps are very essential. Initially, you create your interest. That interest becomes as a habit. Once you become habituated, you try to understand, you try to read, that lines. Once you read that article, you can understand. You see, interest, habit, reading, and understand. These are the basic qualities if you want to start your reading. Initially, create your interest. That interest leads towards habit. Okay, when you become habituated, you automatically understand what is there. When you understand what is there, you can analyze the overall newspaper gradually. I don't say it is possible within 10 days or 15 days or 1 month or 2 months. It is a gradual process. So for example, I tell you how you do breakfast. Every day you have breakfast or 8:30 or 8 or 9 o'clock, whatever that is. Okay, fine. The same thing. When you get up early in the morning, just you try to spend for 15 minutes or 30 minutes of English newspaper. Initially, you go through your local newspaper for 10 minutes. After that, you come back to English newspaper for 20 minutes. Totally, you try to spend 30 minutes of newspaper. That is maximum enough. That is maximum enough. But it is a regular process. Regular process. Whether it is 20 days or 1 month or 3 months or 1 year, I don't say that. It is your regular process. How you become habituated, how you understand, how you go through every parameter by reading English newspaper. If you do like this, once you see your capacity while following English newspaper, you become anything in English language. That is the power of English newspaper. Okay, dear friends, you get, best suggestion regarding how to start reading English newspaper. If you follow like this, you have the drastic positive changes. Okay, let us see in the next video.